Hello everyone, and thank you very much for watching. Doing a new video today. This is not one of my regular videos. The reason I'm filming this one today though is actually because someone on my channel actually asked me a very interesting question. And I looked into it and I actually had some interesting results. And the question, bottom line, is this. As you know, some of you, especially those who've been watching my channel, but if you didn't, go check out the video. I did a video on a DIY air filter cone installation with tube and everything like that. Something I bought online, put it in. It's not like one of those like cannons or anything like that. So I did that. A lot of people watched the video. I've gotten some interesting criticisms for that. I'll get to that in a bit. Just to kind of recap, it's this right here. Someone mentioned online recently that what I did here won't even work for an 07, 08 because they don't list the K&N Filtercharger systems that kind of bolt into here. They don't list that even to buy. It goes for like, I think it's like, don't quote me on this, I think it's 04, 05 and 06, I think, or 04 and 05, and 07s and 08s, there's no option. They don't even sell them. So someone mentioned that to me. I said, oh, that's interesting. Let me look online. And I looked, and this seems to be true. Some manufacturers, for example, K&N, doesn't list as not an option. You can't even get the air box with the air filter and everything. Again, look, K&N has them. The Filtercharger kits, they bolt right in here, and they seal this off. They don't even make it. They say they don't make it. However, at first glance, now my car's an 05. I don't have an 07 or 08 readily in front of me. I tried looking online at some pictures to see the difference, and I just can't determine the difference. So we determined that maybe I should post this video. We can look at the air box quickly. Maybe the other person will look at it, try and determine the difference, and see if there's a reason for that, or if it's just an error. K&N says not available, but it really is. I also noticed a lot of manufacturers list it. They say 04 to 08 Series 3 engines. Their version of the Filtercharger will work, their own sealed air box. So what's the difference? This is my factory unit. Like I said, I did this video, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I've been using this beautifully. I changed the cone once. It's my K&N. It's probably going to be due for a cleaning soon, but it's doing well. I had a blue one initially in the original video. It was like a no name or whatever. It did okay. The K&N's worked great. This is my original box. I've had it in storage. I just pulled it out. And essentially what we have here, it's part. So here, this is the part that goes up by the front fender. That would be over in here. And it kind of seals around here. The air flows in. It comes out through here. The computer sits right in here. It's latched in here. Then this piece, right into here. And it goes as a piece unit here like this. That screws in. The air then feeds through that opening and through here. Then normally your air filter is here. And then this sits there. And that's that. That's literally the gist of the whole box. I'm not sure what the difference is. Maybe some of you, I'm not sure if that original person is going to be watching this video. Maybe looking at it, they can tell the difference. If not, I'd like to get to the bottom of this. I'm actually curious. It piqued my curiosity, and that's why I'm doing this video. Because I can't, online anyways, it's always hard to find a direct engine picture online. I did Google it, and they had people who said, oh, this is my 07, 08. You never know. Sometimes there's errors, but the pictures I saw for 07, 08s looked the same to me. I don't know if there's something different internally. But my other thing, of course, is if it's different internally, the main thing is this comes out here. You got your sensor there. Hooks. Even if you got the full Filtercharger kit, there's no difference in the body. It's not like GM changed anything different in here. So this should all bolt in all the same, even if this is completely different. So it's a bit of a conundrum. I was like, that's interesting. Is the computer different? Not that I've seen. It looks to be the same. This is not. This is the same. It's the same support bar that they have right across. This tensioning bar over here. I don't know what's the difference. So you guys can watch. If anyone else knows, let me know. You only know by learning, by asking questions. I am curious. But that's the gist of my box, is those 3 pieces, both are right in there. Now, let's address another thing. I'm actually going to add a couple things onto the video. First thing, I'll be filming some new stuff. I'd like to let you guys let me know what you think. That'll be coming in the next couple days. Just get a feel for it. It should be interesting to see. The other thing, of course, is this. Now, when I filmed that video and I put this here, I got a lot of criticisms. And of course, one of the main criticisms is the heat. Right? A lot of people can get a lot of heat off of here. All you're doing is sucking hot air, and it's no good for the car. I argued, of course, that since putting it in, I got better mileage, better power, it runs smoother. So it actually made a difference in a positive way. I also argued the fact that when you're dry, I could see in the summer idling. If you're just idling in the summertime, okay, I could see where if the engine bay was building up a lot of heat and you're not moving, okay. But I don't do that. If I'm going to be idling for long enough to build up that much heat inside the engine bay, I turn the car off, save myself my gas. But I'm in motion most of the time when I'm running my car. And when I am, the cold air that feeds right there feeds right onto this. And I'm not even joking, no word of a lie. I can go for a long drive, could be stop and go in traffic, and I come out and I touch this and it's cool to the touch. It's not like it's really overly hot or something. It's cool to the touch. That's because the air is feeding in, right? So it kind of defeats what everyone is saying, but I also get why. Now, to the point of why I'm saying that. While I have said, yes, it makes no difference. Well, not that it makes no difference, but the heat is not affecting as much as everyone thinks it is, especially being facing far away from it here and the cold air feeding through here. There is absolutely no doubt that having a sealed box will make a huge difference. That, I think, is a given, right? We all know that. Even the most people with the most basic car knowledge will probably know that, right? Cold air into a cold air intake. There you go, right? So I'm getting cool air in here, sure, but I'd like to seal that off. I've got a couple ideas I'm playing with. Of course, the main idea is I could just buckle under and buy one of those Filtercharger kits. Problem is, those things cost a ton of money, and again, someone could say, yeah, we'll spend the money and do it. I'm not opposed to spending the money. I want to try a couple other things first. So I'm going to mess around with this. I've been toying with a couple ideas of making my own box. Again, some of you like, yeah, like you could make one better. I'm not saying it's going to be better. What I'm saying is it's going to seal off. It's going to be a sealed box, insulated, heat proof, that sort of thing. I've worked out a couple ideas. Watch for the videos in the next few weeks on that. That I'm going to mess around with and see what I can come up with. And we'll see if we can make it work in an interesting sort of way. And if it does, all the better. If it doesn't, well, maybe it's time to get a Filtercharger kit. Maybe not. To be absolutely honest, in the 4 or 5 years since I've put this on here, and the car runs beautifully. It still runs beautifully today. So I have no desire to put it in other than, well, maybe just squeeze a few extra horses out of it, right? We'll see. Let me know what you think. If you guys have any ideas or anything on that. I know some of you may be delighted to see that I'm putting that in. Some of you, no one will say no, of course. But I'm going to mess around with it and see what we have. In the meantime, though, ending that off, let me know if, for especially owners of the 07 and 08 Grand Prix, 3.8 liters, non-supercharged, even the supercharged, let me know if there's any difference in what you see from my box here to your box. And then from that, we can determine if there really is any difference or if it's just a manufacturer thing. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around.